What's up, everybody? Anthony Morrison here. If you're excited to be here, just say yes in the chat box for the Success Connection. I know we've got a big basketball game on tonight, a lot going on in the world today, so it's always exciting and obviously humbling for you guys to come on and spend a little time with me. Just put yes in the chat box if you can hear me. We've had some technical issues here with GoToWebinar, so yeah, like I'm not even seeing. There we go. Now I'm seeing your responses. Okay, so I see a lot of responses here. So here's the deal. We've had some issues with GoToWebinar. It literally has taken me. That's why we're starting a few minutes late. It's taken me about the better part of 45 minutes just to get on. So I think they've updated their software, they've updated something, but I'm barely able to even get it to load. With that said, I can't really see any of your comments right now. It just says it's so delayed, and I'm scared to mess with comments on this computer because this is where my training is going to take place. So probably not going to be quite as much back and forth with us tonight, but I'm here. And as long as GoToWebinar stays on, I'll be on here. So I've got a cool training for you guys tonight. Last week we opened up our fan page domination. We've had some phenomenal, we actually already had success reports inside of the Facebook group on that. So that was a lot of fun. And this week what we're going to be doing is I'm going to show you a couple of different techniques that we use to write emails. Because at this point, a lot of you are writing emails for e-commerce, and you're writing emails for your affiliate offers and CPA offers and all these types of things. So you're currently writing emails. Well, I want to show you how to write emails in a way that's going to get you more results. Plus, what I also want to do is be able to hook you guys up with a tool for free. Now, the tool is not it's ready, it works. By next week, I'm expecting it to be 100%. And it's actually something I'm going to sell. We built it to sell. But I'm going to give it to you guys for free, and it's to help you get more clicks from your emails. How many of you would like a tool for free? No strings attached, no little, no nothing. It's just, I'm going to give it to you, and I'm going to sell it to other people. How many of you would like a tool like that? I actually spent $5,000 on development, so I spent $5,000 and had it developed. And I can see, I actually can't see if you guys are saying yes or if you're saying no. Let me ask you, Nick, can you hear me? We'll see if Nick is on with us still. Nick, can you hear me?
Hey everyone. Yeah, I can hear you.
Nicholas is here. Nick, can you see everybody putting answers in the chat box by chance? Are you able to see that?
Yep, Sophie just said hi, Nick. Hi, Sophie.
Okay. So basically, Nick, because of my GoToWebinar issues here, I can't really see a whole lot of anything. So just kind of keep your ear out. I know you're probably watching the basketball game, but keep your ear out. I might have to ask you to read the chat box for me or something like that because I have absolutely no visibility right now. GoToWebinar is just not going to work for me tonight. So anyway, so Nick might be joining us off and on throughout the night. We're going to keep this training to about an hour tonight because I know there's a lot going on in the world right now. And there's a lot of different things on television, all this stuff. Plus, I want to just dial this in to the specific training that we really want to go over, which is email copy and how to write emails that are going to convert, and then how to use this tool that I've built to get even more click-throughs on those emails. Okay, so if you're brand new to the Success Connection tonight, I want to welcome you here. This is a great place. It's a lot of fun. We do a lot of cool things here. We teach a lot. We train a lot. And we try to help each other the best we can. So if you're new, thank you for joining us. And obviously, if you're here every single week, I want to thank you for joining us as well. I just got back from and a lot of you probably saw on my Facebook Live, I just got back from a trip to Seattle, Washington, was feeling really good, really refreshed, and then boom, all of a sudden GoToWebinar won't let me see my comments, won't let me log on for 45 minutes. Got to find another solution outside of this GoToWebinar thing. They are really, really annoying. But the phenomenal thing is that while I was traveling, you know, I have these really long flights where I live. It's never a quick flight. I had these like 5-hour long flights, and I had the time to really kind of think and try to figure out what is the best angle, what's the best thing that I can do to help you to have more success, and then kind of what path can I take you down to get there. And then, obviously, you know, on an even higher level, what can I do? What can I provide you with? How can I maybe invest in your success? So if you've been here, you know, I don't know, the last 6 weeks, maybe the last year, whatever, you know that occasionally on the Success Connection, I'll sell a product. Sometimes it's my product. Sometimes I have friends that have awesome stuff, and I let them come on and sell their products. And so you guys invest in yourself, right? And I invest my time in you every week. We get on here and we do what I think are really awesome trainings, and we have a lot of fun, and we give away a lot of value. But what I wanted to do was invest a little money into your success, into your kind of advantage over everybody else, and that's what I did with this tool that we're going to talk about. Like I said, I invested $5,000 in having this built, and at first you'll look at it and you'll say, well, I've seen something like that before. You probably have. But the difference is when I build something, it works. And also, not only does it work, but it doesn't affect your emails actually getting into the inbox of the people that you're sending them to. So there's a difference, right? Not all tools are created equal. It's like a car. You can have two cars sitting side by side. They can look identical. But if one of them has a supercharger under the hood, it's going to go faster. So from the outside, if you were to judge the book by the cover, you might say, oh, well, they're the same thing. But then when you look under the hood, when you open the book, all of a sudden you say, wow, it's not the same thing. And that's the way everything that I build is. I'm always trying to do it better. I'm always trying to make sure it's perfect. I'm always trying to make sure it's the best. Because at the end of the day, it's the stuff that, you know, that I'm providing to you guys. It's the stuff that I'm giving to you, and I want you to be able to use it for success and to have success. So to get started, Nick, can you hear me fine? Because I saw a few people saying they couldn't hear me, but it looks like the majority. If you can hear me, just say yes in the chat box for me, and we're going to go on and dive into some email copy.
Yeah, I can still hear you, and it looks like everybody else can too.
Okay, cool. So you can see it. I saw some people saying no audio, but obviously we have audio. So, all right, so we're going to dive in real fast. Like I said, we're going to spend about 45 more minutes tonight, so we're not going to spend hours and hours tonight, especially when I have technical difficulties. It makes it very hard for me to concentrate because everything's blowing up, right? But what I want to talk to you about is email copywriting, okay? Because when you build your list, okay, so when you build your list, you're going to end up sending emails. That's just part of it, right? Especially if you're using any of the methods that I've been teaching. I mean, if you're using the fan page domination method we talked about last week, you're going to build a list. It's inevitable. It's part of the process. So if you're building that list, the question is, how do you write your emails, okay? How do you write emails that are going to convert? How do you write emails that are going to make users click? So let's go through a little some of our notes here, okay? And the whole training pretty much tonight is going to be right here on this whiteboard, which instead of drawing, because I'm not the best artist, tonight what we're going to do is I'm actually just going to type it in Notepad, and I'll make sure to save the file, and I'll have Nick put this file underneath the replay so that you can, so that you'll be able to download it and look through the notes. So email copywriting, all right? So you have to know your goal, okay? And I'm going to give you all these notes, okay? And you can write these down. So you have to know what is your goal, okay? So when you say what is your goal, there are a couple of things that you can mean. Meaning, what is your goal in terms of revenue, right? but also what is your goal? Are you trying to get opens or clicks, right? And it might sound like that's a crazy thing to say, because of course your goal should always be to get clicks, but that's not the case, because sometimes people want to send an email and they just visually want people's eyeballs to see it, right? For instance, a branding campaign might really only care about opens, because when somebody opens that email, they're going to instantly be exposed to the brand. For instance, something like Coca-Cola, Best Buy, all of these things, they just want to be on your mind all the time. So they might only be interested in opens. So your subject line, let me just see, your subject line equals controls opens, and your content of the email equals controls clicks. Okay, so at this, what this basically means, okay, is that when you've got a lot of people that have different goals for their emails, you've got to know what controls those goals. Okay, your subject line is what feeds people into the email. So your subject line is going to control the number of opens that you get. The content of your email is going to control the number of clicks. So the content of your email is really how you're going to determine if you get or don't get any clicks on the email that you send. Okay? Now I would say, does everybody understand that? But I don't think that that would be the smartest thing for me to do right now, considering there's no point, because I won't be able to tell if you're saying yes or no. So you should, by the way, I'm not on my whiteboard, I'm just on my notes here, right? So we're not actually drawing, we're just looking right here on my notes. You can see me typing on the screen, all right? So the first thing we want to do, and I'll make this a star, is we want to know your goal, okay? Is your goal branding, or is it direct response, meaning getting a result from that, getting a click, right? Typically, I would say, typically, your goal is going to be clicks. And the reason is because typically you're going to be doing and seeing, anyway, that you want to get clicks. You want to get people to click and go to your landing pages. You want them to go to your e-commerce stores. You want them to go somewhere, okay? So if this is typically your goal, which is to get clicks, I'm going to underline that. How do we do it? So then we need to know, what type of email should we write? All right? And I'm going to do this. And I'll just highlight so that when you guys have the notes later on, they will be nicely segmented. All right, so what type of emails should we write? All right, here are the types of emails. You've got blind emails, you've got sales emails, and you've got basically lead gen emails, or basically lead emails, okay? These are just emails that are written, all right, with a specific thought process in mind. All right, so these are emails that are written with a specific thought in mind. All right, let's see. Copyright. Okay, hey Nick, is it possible to can you see all the stuff on my screen?
Yes. Yeah, I see. What type of email should we write?
Okay.
Line sales email.
It's just all right. It's just a little bit delayed. Okay. So we've got blind email, sales emails, and lead gen emails. All right. Again, we want to know our goals. Okay. So our first goal, I'm going to try to highlight the goals in like probably an ugly green color. Know your goal. All right. Is it clicks or opens? Okay, and if so, you want to focus on one of the two of these. Okay, so if it's just getting people to open your email, you want to focus more on testing subject lines. If it's getting people to click your email, you want to focus more on the content in your email, okay? Then, typically your goal for what you're doing, if you're doing e-commerce, if you're doing affiliate marketing, if you're doing, if you're driving traffic to your blog or anything of that nature, then what you're going to want to do, you're going to want to focus more on the clicks, all right? So you're going to want to focus solely on getting clicks because that's how you earn revenue. You don't really care about branding. You don't care if somebody sees your ad and all that stuff. You want them to click and go to your site. So that's typical, all right? Then you've got to kind of know the goal of the email. If the goal of the email is to generate clicks or if it's to generate sales or whatnot, that dictates how you write the copy, okay? So let's take a look at an email that we might write that I would consider a blind type of email, all right? So example, this will be an example of a blind email. Subject line, and what we'll do is somebody give me a niche, meaning something that you're in right now. Maybe it's dog training, maybe it's e-commerce for a certain type of product, maybe you are in the survival niche. Put it in the chat box real quick, and I'm going to pick one out when I finally see them. I forgot that I can't see them. Nick, read some for me. All right, never mind. I see them now. Dog training, travel, health, survival. Okay. Let's see. All right, well, I'll tell you what. Since I'm big into travel with our fan page domination stuff, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just use travel because that's perfect because I actually can show you some real life examples of that. All right, so let's talk about travel. Subject line for something that's blind, meaning you're not disclosing everything to the person when they read this email, okay? You're not giving them all the details. What you're really doing is simply trying to get them to open an email. So you might have seen emails like this, okay, with subject lines that say stuff like last chance, open today. You might see subject lines like this. Let's see. Final day. Hurry up. You might see subject lines like this. Something like this. All right, now, when you look at these subject lines, okay, these are very blind subject lines. Nothing about this is talking about travel, okay? So nothing in this email, if you were to look at this subject line, tells you that this email is going to be about a vacation or about travel. Nothing about this tells you that, okay? It's blind. A blind email is meant to generate massive amounts of opens and massive amounts of clicks because inside of the email, you would then write basically a blind copy, right? You might say something like this. Let's see. The copy for the email might be something like, hey, this is closing today and I don't want you to miss out on it. Please hurry up and check this out. And then you might put something like link here. Name. Okay, so let's take a look at this right here. What this is, all right, is this is a very blind piece of copy right here. Maybe I can even move it over. Okay, so I can kind of move it over on the screen so that you can kind of see, just kind of move all of this right here over. All right, so this is our blind copy. You might have these types of subject lines, okay? And then you might have copy like this that says, this is closing today and I don't want you to miss out on it. Please hurry up and check this out. And then you put your link in, okay? That's not telling people that it's about a vacation. That's not telling people anything. All it's doing is creating urgency. So emails that are written for quote-unquote blind types of emails, they are written to generate massive responses in a quick amount of time, but without telling people exactly what it is, okay? So you're not really explaining to people what they're getting, what they're seeing, what they're going to get when they click or even when they open, right? So that's not the best way to generate a sale. Because if you're trying to sell something, oftentimes you want to set that sale up in the email. But if you're just trying to push a massive amount of traffic into one place and hope they'll say click on an ad or something, then an email like this isn't a terrible idea because it's going to get a higher response rate. Okay? So it's going to get a much higher response rate, which in turn is going to get you more clicks. So that would be the example of an email, let's say for the travel industry or any industry actually, as a blind email. Now, let's take a look at a sales email, okay? So here's some examples. All right, when we're writing an email that we want to generate a sale with, then what we want to do is we want to talk a little more about the product, about the perks of the product, about why someone would want to open this email. In other words, we're setting up, okay, we're setting up the sale. Does that make sense? We're actually setting up the sale with the email. The email is actually part of our sales process. It's not just to get them to our sales page. So if you're doing e-commerce or if you're doing affiliate marketing and things like that, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to focus on emails that give value to people, plus tell them what it is that you want them to buy. Okay? Does that make sense? Just say yes in the chat box if that makes sense, and I'll make sure that I'll see them. They'll just be delayed, but eventually I will see them. I can see a lot of you saying yes. Chloe is barking. I know. When it rains, it pours, right? I tell you, for those of you that are new, we have a slogan here. It's called Never Give Up. And sometimes it tests my own limits with that. This dog has barked not hardly at all today, but if I get on here, she's going to just yap, right? And GoToWebinar, going to decide to just not work. Makes it very hard to interact and to, you can rest assured, I'm going to be on the phone with them in the morning to figure out why this is messed up. But it's challenging, right? And we all face challenges in life. It's part of life. In fact, there are many challenges really, facing all of us today. I mean, if you look at it, you turn on the news and you hear about these terrible things, tragedies that are happening. The tragedy in Orlando, there was a singer from The Voice who somebody literally just walked up and shot in the face, killed at a concert. You've got this tragedy that happened where you've got, I think, 49 people, senselessly murdered, and you start to question, and you start to think about, wow, like it's so easy to give up on people. It's so easy to give up on the things in life that you want because you see so much negativity, so much tragedy, so much senselessness in the world around us, and I think that's why these meetings every Thursday night are so important. It's a time to get away from the tragedy. It's a time to get away from the negativity. Time to focus on yourself, to be selfish for a minute and focus on yourself and your goals and your dreams and the things you want to achieve and the things that you need to learn in order to get there. And sometimes it's been a hard week, right? Sometimes it's not been an easy week. For those of you that were with me back in January, I had a very hard time even getting on our trainings. My dad was really sick. I was taking him to doctor's appointments and rushing home to get on a webinar that didn't seem that important to me at the time because there were so many things going on in my life that were upsetting, that were depressing, that were negative. And the one thing that I found about these webinars every Thursday night is not only have I met a lot of great people, not only do I have a lot of people here who ask about my dad, they ask about my family, they pay attention to the things going on in my life, but they also stay positive, and I can see a positive impact not only that I make on you guys, but that you make on each other. I'll scroll back up at the end of the training tonight, and you'll see you have a chance to join our Facebook group. And when you join our Facebook group, you'll see there's people in there every single day helping each other and motivating each other and staying positive with each other. And what a great opportunity to have an outlet, to have 1 hour, 2 hours a week where you can focus on only positive things, where you can be positively reinforced not only by me, but by so many other people, where you can afford to be selfish for a minute. You know, our lives, oftentimes we spend doing so much for other people. We're always focused on what do your kids need, what does your husband need, what does your wife need, what does your family need, what does your boss need, what does your work need. You know, you're always focused on other people, and rarely do you have a chance to just be selfish and say, okay, for this hour and a half, I'm going to focus on myself and on my education and my progression and my goals, right? And I really believe that that's what's awesome about the Success Connection, and it's why I keep doing it, because I know it's making an impact on other people's lives, and I know that seeing that impact is making an impact on my life, and it's exciting and a positive thing. So hopefully those of you that are new, you will continue to come back and join us every single week. We're always here, and we're having a good time, and we learn an awful lot. And most of the time, I bring out my whiteboard and draw and all these good things, but I'm scared to death to do anything other than just type on this tonight, considering we have so many problems. But the good news is I was planning to do this anyway, so it actually works out. See, there's always a silver lining. Always look for the silver lining. All right, so you have blind emails, okay? Then you have sales emails. All right, so for those of you who are looking to do, say, e-commerce, for those of you, I don't know, that are looking to do even affiliate marketing, right? Sales emails are important because the sales email is basically a value-driven email, okay? So it might be something like, let's just say we were selling a vacation, okay? Let's say we were selling an actual vacation. We might put something like this, like amazing deal, 3 nights in, I don't know, Las Vegas. You might have something like this, free, let's see, free night, buy 2, get 1 free vacation. And you might even put where in Cabo, I don't know. The other one, you might say something like 50% room discount. And this might be in, I don't know, Miami Beach, Miami Beach, something like that. Here's the thing. What you're doing is, in the subject line, you're qualifying people. So you're not just writing this blind subject. When somebody reads this email, they are instantly looking at it and thinking, okay, I'm only going to open this if I'm interested in 3 nights, 3 nights in Las Vegas. Or I'm only going to open this if I'm interested in going to Cabo. Or I'm only going to open this if I'm interested in saving money on Miami Beach vacations or whatever. Meaning, this email is qualifying a person before they ever even open the email, okay? You've got them hooked with the content, with what it is that they're going to see when they open the email. It's not a blind email. It's a prepared email, and it's an email that is there and designed to get you a result. But not just any result, a result from a targeted customer. You see, up here in the top, where I talked about like last chance open today. Okay, we could say last chance open today, and then in the email copy say this is your last chance to get a 3-night stay in Las Vegas, right? So you can combine blind subject lines with copywriting inside of the email that's basically for selling a specific thing. So once I get these all lined up, you'll be able to see how you can mix and match them and create kind of a weave of, like literally you can, they literally will like weave together like this, where one day you might use a blind subject line in a very, very like pointed sales copy email. The next day, you might use a sales email copy to really only get an open from somebody that's interested in Las Vegas, but then use a blind email copy, okay, to get more clicks. So let me just write some examples and I'll show you real fast, okay? So let's look at some copy, okay? I might write something like this. Hey, there's an amazing deal ending today on a discounted 3-night vacation in Las Vegas. Here are the details. You might want to link this, okay? I believe this is such a great deal, I wanted to share it with you immediately. Okay, now obviously I'm writing very, very short email here because we're just kind of making up a specific topic. But let's look at the email copy, okay? Here I'm saying there's an amazing deal ending today on a discounted 3-night vacation in Las Vegas. Here are the details. I believe this is such a great deal, I wanted to share it with you immediately. And then of course you sign off with your name. Now, here's what you're doing on this email. Okay, this is what's important to kind of focus on in this email. If you paired it obviously with the subject line that was about Las Vegas, if a person opens this email based on the subject line that says amazing 3 nights in Las Vegas, that means the person that opened the email, they were interested in 3 nights in Las Vegas. So we've qualified. So then inside of the email, we talk about this amazing deal that's ending soon on a 3-night vacation in Las Vegas. And then we tell them they can click on it. Here's what we've done. We've told them what to expect. We've basically, from subject line to copy, all the way to the sales page or the landing page that you're promoting, we've told them to expect to get a 3-night vacation in Las Vegas at a discount, okay? How many of you understand that? Just say yes if you understand that, and say yes in the chat box. I'll wait for a second. Or maybe Nick can tell me if there's lots of yeses coming in, since I won't probably be able to see them.
Yeah, it looks like everybody's saying yes, they understand.
All right, very good. It looks at least Nick's GoToWebinar works, okay? So unfortunately, Nick is not teaching the class tonight. Nick, would you like for me to turn it over to you?
Everybody say yes, and I'll write 1 in the chat box if you'd rather me teach Success Connection tonight.
Put the number 1 in the chat box if you want Nick to take over.
Anthony said hell no. Okay. Everybody else said yes. So.
What's funny is I can't tell if everybody really would rather Nick teach the class. So Nick is telling me that you would all rather him teach the class, but I'm not so sure I believe him.
No, we're getting a lot of sorry Nicks. I think everybody's happy with their teacher tonight.
I love it. Well, at least I could get some engagement through Nick. Nick is like the conduit here. He is what is allowing me to even know that you guys exist tonight on GoToWebinar. So let me tell you something about how you can pair these things together, okay? So I want you to take a look at something, and I won't be able to see if you're following me, but I'm quite sure that you'll follow this. So check this out. Like I said, these emails are meant to kind of create a weave, all right? So think about this for a second. Could we put an email in here where we use a subject line that says, final day, hurry up, or last chance, open today, or closing access today, right? Could we use those subject lines and then come down here and use this email copy and say, there's an amazing 3-day vacation ending in Las Vegas today, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da, right? You see, you can use a subject line to get way more people to open the email, to get more eyeballs onto your message, right? You're still going to get a qualified click because nobody's going to click for the details on a 3-night stay in Las Vegas if they're not interested in a 3-night stay in Las Vegas, right? So it's all about mixing and matching the types of emails that you write with specific days of the week. So for instance, I would never just send blind emails every day, because what will happen is you will end up hurting your list. Nobody wants to get an email every day from you, and they don't even know what it's about, what it is. When they click it, they have no clue where they're going. Some days they go here, some days they go there. They don't want that. Every once in a while, it's okay to mix in a blind email like this to jumpstart the amount of clicks and opens and things that you get, right? So every once in a while, you can use this. I say use a blind email, not often, but sometimes, okay? So essentially, sometimes you'll want to use this type of copy to get yourself a massive amount of opens, a massive amount of clicks, and a spike, right? Let's say you release a new product on your e-commerce store, and you just want to get eyeballs on it. You don't really care if they're qualified eyeballs or not. You're giving away something for free, so why not just get them all there? You could try something like this. Let's say you just release a brand new e-commerce store altogether, right? You've got one, you release another one. Okay, you could do this. Let's say you've got a brand new affiliate marketing offer that you want to promote, okay? And it's something that's converting really, really well. All right, you might try one of these blind emails really fast to generate a massive amount of exposure on it, but then you want to go back to doing what I call sales or value-driven emails, meaning people know what they're getting, right? Okay, so those are two types of emails that we can write, all right? Now the third one is basically a hybrid of sorts, meaning we're not really trying to sell, but we're trying to get clicks, right? In fact, it probably shouldn't even be called emails, lead emails. It should be called clicks emails. So a clicks email would use a subject line that's kind of a hybrid of the blind and the sales type. So for instance, using these same examples, I might do something like final chance, okay, 3-night vacation, details inside. Or I might do something like, let's see, last chance. We always use type things like this. Might be like, buy 2, get 1 free, details. All right, and I might use something like this, subject, discount, final day, 50% off. Okay, now, as you can see, this is a mixture because this email is talking about a 3-night vacation. Let's just take the first subject line. It's talking about a 3-night vacation, but it's not telling you to where, right? It's telling you open the email for the details, right? Then there's, say, something that's buy 2, get 1 free, but you don't know what. Is it buy 2, cars and get 1 free? Is it buy 2, hams and get 1 free around the holiday? What is it, right? You don't know, but you're still letting people know they're getting a deal. So this email is meant to get a lot of opens, but not be so blind that people are, angry when they open the email because they have no clue at all what it's about. They know it's about a vacation. They know it's about buying something and then getting something free. They know it's about a 50% discount. They just don't know what, right, until they open the email. Now, when they open the email, we'll look at the copy here, okay? And if we were sticking with, say, the Las Vegas theme, okay, the 3-night vacation in Las Vegas, we might write something like this. Hey, there are only a few hours left in the promotion to get 50% off your 3-night Las Vegas vacation. Act now. And this offer will go away and likely not return again anytime soon. I don't want you to miss out on it. Go here now to lock in your discounted vacation. Name. Okay, so let me move all this over. All right. So what's the difference here? Well, the difference is inside of the email, now I'm going to explain to them it's a 3-night Las Vegas vacation. Now, by the subject lines, we're talking about buy 2, get 1 free. We're talking about 50% off. We're talking about a 3-night vacation, but we're not talking about where, right? In this email, I tell them where, but do you notice that there's more urgency in this copy? There's less value in this copy, more urgency. It says there's only a few hours left in this promotion. You want to get 50% off, and I tell them, act now, and then I tell them, go here now. Basically what I'm doing is I'm kind of bringing these things together, okay, so that I have different types of emails to send to my list. So now I can send an email that I know is going to generate a lot of clicks. I know that this down here, I know that this is going to generate a lot of clicks. These types of emails, the ones that are hybrid type emails, they're going to generate a lot of clicks. Okay? I know that the sales value emails are really going to set up the sale. I know that when I send an email like that, I'm likely to get a higher quality of traffic to my site. So I'm more likely to have somebody come onto my site and actually be interested in the things that I'm selling or I'm promoting in my Shopify store, my affiliate store, anything like that. Then, of course, like I said up here, the blind one is literally just meant to get them to open the email and to try to get as many of them you can to click without even telling them why. So how do these emails pair up? Like, what should they be used for? Well, you've got to know your revenue goals. Okay, so you want to write that down. Make sure you take good notes on this. Write this down. You need to know what your revenue goals are. Because depending on how you want to make your money, that could help depend on the types of emails you want to send. For instance, if I am sending, I don't like how I did that. If I am sending emails about e-commerce products, I'm going to send the selling value emails the most. Okay? That's the type of email that I'm going to send. Because what I'm really trying to do at this point is I'm trying to get qualified people to my store to buy something. All right? If I am doing something with CPA products, meaning I'm going to get paid from some other company for some way, right? I would probably use the clicks emails. Okay? The most. Here's why. I'm not really trying to give them a ton of value. I'm trying to send them somewhere else. I'm not even sending them to my own website. I'm sending them literally somewhere else, right? I want to get qualified or more qualified people there, but I'm not really concerned because I just want to get as many clicks to these affiliate offers as I can so I can generate revenue. Now, if you're trying to do something like we talked about, last week, which was generate revenue from a, let's see here. Let me make this go up a little higher for you guys. All right. If you're trying to generate money at this point from like a blog with Google Ads or just any kind of web page that you can put Google Ads on, then a lot of times these blind emails work great because they'll flood your site with traffic. And here's what happens. Google will show them relevant ads to the things that they've been searching for online. So here's the thing. They get an email. They don't know what it's about. They read the email. They still don't know what it's about. They click the link, right? They go to a page, and it could be about whatever you want it to be. Maybe it's about your free vacation. Maybe it's about your e-commerce store, whatever. But if you've got Google Ads there, Google is actually going to show them ads related to their search history, related to the things that they have been looking for online. So do you think, let me ask you this, do you think that even though we sent a blind email, they didn't really know what it was for, but they were curious enough that they clicked the link and they went to the page, do you think that they could still take action and click the Google ads all over your website if Google is showing them relevant ads to what they've been looking at all day online? Yes or no? Nick, maybe you can help me with this and tell me if you're seeing yeses or nos.
Looks like almost everybody's saying yes, of course.
Okay. So
yes.
All right. So what you're doing is you're kind of getting relevancy once they hit the page. What's great about that is it floods you with traffic and it allows you to generate a lot of money, but it's because Google will deliver through their AdSense ads to the page that are relevant to what these people have been searching for. So the blind emails don't work when you're trying to say send them to your e-commerce store. In terms of they're never going to convert at as high a rate as, say, a sales copy email would. Because at the end of the day, people don't know where they're going when they click the link. And let's just say they land on your e-commerce store and they're not interested in trinkets or they're not interested in what it is you have. Well, then they leave. Whereas if they land on, say, an AdSense blog and it shows ads that are kind of following them around the internet based on their search history, all of a sudden, now you're in business. Okay, so how many of you understand, and Nick, you'll have to help me with this, how many of you understand the types of emails we can write, and of course, the times at which we would send them? I'm going to highlight and underscore these. Nick, do you see a lot of people saying they understand this?
Yeah, Rick says, sounds great. Don says yes. Nath, yes, yeah. Everybody looks like they understand.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to send all of you a copy of this document. It'll be with the replay, and it'll be in your Success Connection members area so you can kind of break down the emails. But what I want to do is I want to show you something that we've been developing that you're going to get for free because you're Success Connection members. And it helps to increase the click-through rate, all right, of your emails. Now, let me ask you something. Does urgency sell? So, do you guys believe that urgency will create more sales? Meaning, if I were to tell you right now tonight, and I were to say, you have 15 minutes, and that's it, 15 minutes to buy a, I don't know, $10,000 mentoring program with Anthony, but you only have 10 minutes, and I start doing this. By the time I get down here, okay, and I'm at like 5 minutes, all of a sudden, even though I'm asking you to spend 10 grand, you start realizing that you might get left out. You start realizing, oh my gosh, this might end. And what ends up happening? By the time this countdown timer gets down, right, all of a sudden, boom, you're freaking out because there's urgency that's been created. It's the same reason that infomercials do the same thing. You always see, we did it on mine, it's just a mainstay of infomercials. You see these infomercials at night, say for skincare, that's constant, and weight loss, and fitness, and all this stuff. And on the screen, they start to count down, like, say that there's only 6 minutes left in the show, right? And people actually will go and buy before the timer hits 0, even though they know that that show is going to come right back on. How many of you have done that? Just say yes if you've done it. Say yes if you have bought something off of an infomercial on television because you saw that stupid timer and you're like, geez, I only got 4 minutes, even though you know that if you flip the channel and you go 3 channels up, that show is going to be on the next channel at a different point. Maybe at that point the timer's at 12 minutes or the timer's at 6 minutes. The fact of the matter is the timer is counting down the time that that show ends. But it's not actually counting down that's not like the last 6 minutes that you can order P90X, right? P90X is going to be around. You can buy it any day of the week, any time of the day. But you freak out because of that timer and because the urgency factor is what sells, okay? So this happens. This happens all the time, right? So I see tons and tons of people saying that you understand this. And of course you've seen You can use. We talked about it in our training last week when we were talking about even the fan page domination, where we start counting down the days, and once we start to get down, okay, to say, I don't know, 8 days, 9 days, whatever, all of a sudden, boom, right? Everything explodes because people realize time is running out or it's getting close to time, right? So timers and countdown timers and urgency are an essential part of getting people to take action, okay? And this is required for you to have success, meaning somebody somewhere has to take action, okay, in order for you to be able to generate an income. In order for you to build your list, somebody has to take action. They have to click an ad somewhere, click a link somewhere, and then opt into your page. In order for you to make a sale in your e-commerce store, somebody's got to come to your store and they've got to take action. So they've got to have some kind of actionable step that will let you get to where you, or let them get to where you want them to be, right? So what does that mean for us, and why am I telling you all that? Well, because there's one thing that as email marketers we don't focus on, and that, or we haven't focused on enough, and that is creating urgency in our emails. When we tell somebody in our email, you have only 24 hours for this, blah, 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 blah. That's fine if they actually read the email. But how many of you sometimes you get an email and you literally don't even read it? Like, you just open it and you move, and you open it and you move, right? You just glance and you move on. So if you just glance at it and you're moving on, you're not seeing the urgency, right? So you're not seeing the urgency that they're writing in that copy. It's not there. So what we've done is we've created what we call convert timers. And what these timers are designed to do is to convert people from looking into clicking on your emails. How many of you understand that? Just say yes if that makes sense to you. It's called convert timers. Okay? And I've only got a small version of it done. I'm hoping to have the rest of it done by next Thursday, in which case I will give you access to it. I'm going to show it to you first, but I want to explain why we would use this, right? So, convert timers. What they are designed to do is put a timer in your email, okay, and count down to whatever you want it to do, and I'll show you, so that you can instantly create a sense of urgency in the email, right? So instantly, somebody sees a moving countdown timer in their email and they stop, because we don't see those all the time. You see, we see countdown timers all the time on infomercials, yet we still are consumed by them. We still take action because of them. We still feel this sense of urgency, even though we know it's not even true. Imagine starting to see those timers in your email box, but not being used to seeing it. It's going to stand out more. It's going to create more urgency. It's going to create more results in the end. How many of you are with me on that? Type the number 1 in if you're with me on that. That way I can see the delay here, and I'll know, okay, I'm seeing some of the ones now coming in. So let me show you real quick what we've got so far, okay? And let's see here. And then I will hook you guys up. So we've been working on this, this new platform here, where we're developing a lot of different software. The first software is called Convert Timers, okay? Let me show you how it works, and then next week, what we're going to do next week is basically have a full training on how to use this, and then I'm going to give it to you for free. So essentially what I'm going to do is I'm going to have it finished by next week. I'm going to do an entire training next Thursday night on the Success Connection simply on this software. So you'll have a full training to use it. Then I'm going to give it to you for free so that you can start using it in your own business. And it's going to cost you nothing. And I might even bring my developer on that charged me $5,000 to build this. Now, what's interesting is you'll see these timer things sold for, I don't know, $57, $97, all this stuff. Here's the problem. They're not built by people that are worried. They're built to have this like facade of greatness, like, oh, look, timers. But what they don't mention is how poorly they're designed, so how your emails end up in the spam box, or the timer doesn't load quickly enough. And so what ends up happening, is you get bad results, right? So what we did was we spent more money to build it right, the first time, and now you'll be able to actually use it the right way. So, so let's just take a quick look at how it works. So you click on New Timer here. Okay. Oops, I got to log in, I guess. Hold on. All right. So you click on New Timer. Now, you won't really see a whole lot. By the way, this isn't finished, so we don't have all of our little design in here. You'll see I guess a more detailed design next week, but I was just so excited about it, I'm going to show you. All right, so you can name your timer for whatever it is that you want to name. We'll just call it, Anthony's timer, okay? Now, you get to set the date that the timer ends. So let's say that we're sending this email out. Let's say you're going to run a promotion on your store, your e-commerce store, and you're going to give 15% off for the next 24 hours. And you're going to send this email out. Let's just say you are going to send the email out on Friday the 17th. Okay? So then you might say, ending this on the 18th at, let's see, we'll end it at 11 p.m. at night. All right, so here's what we would do. You would send an email all the way up to your list on, say, Friday the 17th, and tell them that if there's only 48 hours to do whatever it is that they need to do, right? This timer will be in that email. And no matter what time they open up the email, it will be counting down to the proper time for this promotion to end, right? Again, creating urgency, correct? So watch this. We go over here and we can select our time zone. So we'll just select, I always do, Eastern time, even though I live in the Central time zone, I don't know why. So we select Eastern time zone, okay? So here's what's going to happen. What you're going to see is the timer is going to start to count down until June 18th, 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Then you can go over here and choose a design, okay? Now, we only have 2 designs in here right now. We're going to have, that's what we're really working on right now. We will have our team have a good 15 of these in before next Thursday. So let's just pick one, all right? So this is our design, if you will. This is the way our timer will look. Now, we can go in here and edit anything. For instance, you can edit the font color. Let's just say you want a font color that's more like this, okay? You can do that. Then let's say you want a background color that's not white but red. These are really ugly, by the way. And by the way, you click this little preview button, and the preview button will show you the timer. So the timer is going to load over here. Now, it's going to take a while because I'm going to go to webinar and my internet's terrible. But check that out. So we've got a background behind it, or you can take the background off. Watch this. If you click background, you go up here, you just make the background white. We can update it. And now all of a sudden, the background is gone, and all we'll see is our actual timer, right? So the little square boxes with the timer in it themselves, like this. We can change our font color to whatever we want it to be. So maybe we don't like that. Maybe we want it to be purple, right? We can make it purple. If you are doing this and you're counting down to, let's just say you're only counting down for 24 hours or something like that, turn off the displaying the day. But of course for us, we're going to display the day because we're literally counting down right now for 2 days, 55 minutes, and 47 seconds, right? All right, then what happens when the timer hits 0? What happens if somebody opens your email after the timer has hit 0? What do? Well, it's real simple. You have a expired timer, so you can click any of these, and we're going to have a ton of these too. So we'll just say this offer has expired, like this. And when the timer is on 0, okay, what's going to end up happening is you're going to, inside of the email, it will literally show people that the offer has expired. It'll say it's expired. Now, here's the cool thing about it. You can link the timer like this. Watch. I can make the active link go to Google, and I can make the expired link, let's just say, go to Yahoo. All right? So here's what that means. You send out an email today. If somebody opens this email, say 3 days from now, they will see this button here that says this offer has expired. And when they click it, they'll actually go to Yahoo. But if they see the timer, right, the countdown timer like this, when they click it, they'll go to Google. So what this means is that you'll be able to now control, when somebody comes to your email, where they go when they click on the timers based on if the timer is still active or not. Does that make sense? Everybody say yes if that makes sense. I'm going to create this timer real fast. And I'll show you how easy it is, okay, to use. Super, super simple, actually. And you can use these timers, by the way, not just in your emails. Watch this. Look at this. You can use this timer embedded in your email, put it on your WordPress site, and you can even embed an image with a link to it. So meaning you can use the timer in multiple ways. So you can put these timers on your web page if you want to. So if you've got e-commerce stores, you can put these timers in your e-commerce store. If you've got WordPress blogs, you can put these timers on your WordPress blogs. No matter what type of website you have, you can put the timers on there, and we host everything. So literally all you've got to do is just all you've got to do is simply just grab this link, and that's it. And you can stick it right in, and all of a sudden you've got a timer that's active and running, not only in your emails, but also on your blogs, on your WordPress pages, anywhere for that matter, right? How many of you like that? Just say yes if you like it. And we've got way more designs coming. All right, so I see lots of yeses. We've got way more designs for the timers coming. And we've already got the ability to change the colors, change the background color. You can customize this to match your site, to match your emails, to match the kind of the brand image that you want to give when you're sending out an email or when you're putting out a promotion. Now, this tool cost me exactly $5,000 to develop, and I'm going to give it to you for free. You'll get it next Thursday. You'll get it in access. You'll see it in something like this. We're redesigning our marketer software platform, and so this will be a place where any software that you've purchased from me, you'll be able to access from inside of this one little spot. And you'll see inside of here, you'll be able to see this convert timers right here. And when you see the convert timers button, you'll be able to click it. It'll automatically log you in, and then you'll have access to the convert timer software. That's the only software we have right now. It's the first one we've developed. We've got a good many softwares coming. I think some of them are actually listed down there right now. This is completely under development, by the way. I'm not supposed to be giving it away. Yeah, we've got some others that are being developed and stuff, but at the time, this is done. We just need to, tweak a few things, add a couple of things in, make it look a little better, and then you'll end up having a really cool software that you don't have to spend any money on. And so, of course, how do you, how are you able to make money with this? Well, it's real simple. You use this to make money by creating urgency. And when you create that urgency, then you create opportunity to make money, because you're going to get more people to click your ads, you're going to get more people to take action, you're just simply going to get more response. And that's why I think it's a good thing. And you're going to start seeing, we actually developed this for ourselves. So you're going to start to see that I'm going to start having timers in my emails too. Now, the timers in my emails may not work 100% as well for you, because you already know that the timers in my emails are there to make you take action. But for those of us that are not on the Success Connection every Thursday night learning this stuff, we typically would respond at a faster rate to something like this because, like I said, fear of being left out, and of course the whole instantaneous gratification type thing. So very, very important stuff, and something that I think is well worth it. And I'm going to give it away on the Success Connection. Now, I will tell you this: I don't know that I would give it away on the replays, and I'll tell you why. Because we've had, unfortunately, we've had some people copying our stuff and giving it away online. So this week I ended up having to handle some legal work because of people that, for some odd reason, think it's okay to copy our stuff and then give it away. Not really sure how you would think that's legal or even smart, but it is what it is. So I guess I may not put the access link into the replay next week, so try to actually be on the webinar. I can find a way to lock it down, I will. If not, I'm going to protect it, and I'm just going to reward the people that show up with free stuff like this, because I don't want it getting out, because here's the thing, it costs money. It may not seem like it costs money to you, but every single time a timer is loaded, it's pulling from my server. When it's pulling from my server, it's costing me money. I'm giving it to 970 people, right? So I'm going to have to pay for you to use it. And I'm okay with that. I'm fine with that. Like I said, I don't mind investing in your success. You know, I ask you to invest in yourself a lot, right? I'll ask you to buy a product. I'll ask you to buy my training. You know, last week I asked you to buy fan page domination. I said, this is epic. Buy this, right? I do. It's the business I'm in. It's also what I love to do. And on a side note, I've created like 7 or 8 more training videos for that course this week already from people that ask questions about it. So it's been a lot of fun. But I also want to invest my money in your success too. I don't want you to always feel like anytime something awesome is created, you have to pay for it. You know, that probably isn't a bad thing because most businesses do, I guess, want to sell their products, but at the same time, I don't necessarily always want you to have to buy stuff. And so I want to reward you with awesome things, and I want to invest my money into tools. I'll sell this tool to somebody else. It won't be to my Success Connection students, but I'll sell it, and somehow I'll make my $5 grand back, and the world will be a fine place, right? And if I don't, that's okay too. My goal is to create really awesome stuff and provide you guys with really cool tools and opportunity to use things that actually work. Not stuff that just looks good on the outside but then sucks on the inside, but stuff that I personally would use in my business, stuff that I'm building for myself. And we've got a lot of software that we're building out this year, and a lot of this stuff is going to be stuff that I personally am building for me. And some of them you'll get for free, and some of them I'll say, gosh, you know, this one cost me. Like we have one right now that costs $35,000 to develop. Sometimes I build that stuff with the thought process of, okay, I'll probably be able to sell this to 30 or 40 people because there are 30 or 40 people that would love to have this, and it'll pay for it, and then we all get to use it for free type thing. So there's some things that we'll sell, but then there's a lot of stuff that you'll get for free. And so I think that's a really cool thing. So some of you are asking, how will you get this timer app? You'll get it next week. So next week I'll put a link here on our live webinar that you can go to get access to this for free. Right now you couldn't do it. It's still in development deal. Let's see. Carolyn, I'm going to put that for you in the chat box because you've asked for it a couple times. I hope it will go through. And I actually don't even really know. Caroline, I just sent you the link to that. I'm not even 100% sure that's the right link, but you can check it. It's in the chat box. So, very important stuff here that you guys are able to have access to. So I want you to kind of be aware of that, but also be aware of the fact that if you're not here on Thursday nights, there's also times where I'm not going to be able to give away the stuff that I'm giving away free in the replays. We really are going to have to cut it out, and that's because I don't want to spend my time and energy suing people. But that's what I've had to do this week. And that's not very good time and energy spent, right? I could have gotten 3 or 4 more videos for our course done. Instead, I spent 2 hours on the phone with an attorney suing some idiot for stealing all of our stuff and putting it on the internet for free, like a moron. So I'm, yes, I'll win, but at the end of the day, that's not the goal. The goal isn't to waste my time. The goal is to spend my time doing things that can benefit me and benefit you. So sometimes I may have to lock down things to keep from creating problems for me and down the road. So hopefully you understand that. But again, it's free for all of you. And so next week we will give you this. It will be finished. I'll also get some design ideas. So you should all be members of the Facebook group. If you have some design ideas for this part right here, let me show you. If you have some design ideas for this right here, okay, the actual design of the countdown timer, feel free to post them in the Facebook group, because what I'll do is I'll get our designer. We cannot copy things, but what I can do is I can get you, we can kind of come close. We can model our designs after other things. Like, for instance, somebody said in the chat box a while ago, try an old-timey alarm clock, having like a bunch of little old-timey alarm clocks next to each other. Cool idea. So we could probably do that, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be developing a lot of different timers, so you'll be able to kind of tell me what you may want, right, in here. We don't have it set up where you can edit the font on these, like in terms of the style of the font, but you can edit the colors, right? So you can change the colors and things like that. So lots of different things that you can do, and we'll be releasing this for you next week, completely free. You feel free to give us some ideas for this. This is a cool little app. I'm going to use it myself, so ideas are always good. All right. So with that said, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to ask you guys, I told you we'd keep it kind of short tonight, mainly because I wanted to focus on the copywriting, right, which I think is super important. And then I also wanted to show you the new application that's almost finished, and then let you know that you're going to get it for free, because I feel like that would be really exciting to a lot of people. How many of you are excited about getting the timer app for free, and you'll be here next week so you get it? Just say yes in the chat box. Nick, can you tell me if there's lots of yeses, because I'm probably 10 minutes behind on the chat.
Oh yeah, lots of excitement. I'm excited.
All right, good. Lots of excitement in there, because it's impossible for me to be able, like, my screen is still probably 10 minutes behind where we are right now. So, all right, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to wrap things up. We've had a good meeting tonight. We've learned a lot about email copywriting, and of course, I've told you about this new tool that you're going to get for free. So hopefully, you guys are going to love that. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to ask you to post in the Facebook group so that I can give away our $100 cash prize. So we give away a $100 cash prize every single week. I probably didn't even mention that earlier. So for those of you that are new, surprise, I give away $100 every week. I do that on my Facebook page. So let me show you the link. It's right here. It's go.dsc.com/Facebook. I'm going to put it in the chat real fast, and then I'm going to show you where to post, okay? Let's see, go.dsc.com/Facebook. This is just a link to get to my Facebook fan page. And when you go there, just go to this post right here. You'll see this post right here. It says it's Thursday and time for Success Connection, blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. You'll see this little picture of me right here. And then this link, I don't know, this looks different today. We can see that Debbie has already responded, but I think Debbie responded earlier, so I'll refresh. So go there now, leave your comments. All right, this is where I'm going to pick my cash prize winner. It looks like this post is outperforming a bunch of other posts, it says. Well, there's only 16 comments. There's not a lot that's outperforming. All right, leave your comments and press this like button and this share button right here. All right, I'm going to pick a winner. I might even pick a winner tonight from the likes, if it'll let me view all of them. So I may even pick a winner from the likes. I don't know. I'll decide in a minute. Once you do that, and you've done it, if you want to join our Facebook group, you can. Okay, so our Facebook group is right here. It's go.dsc.com/group. I highly, highly suggest that you join this, because this might also be an opportunity for me to give away the free stuff and keep it in a contained environment where nobody sees it except the group. So go.dsc.com/group. I put it in the chat box, and you'll see, I'm going to jump on over to the group real fast. You will see in the group right here. All right, we'll see that there's a couple people that want to join, but we've got about 1,500, 1,600 members. And you can see that people get on here, they're helping each other. I went live here from Seattle the other day. It was kind of fun. But look, people put in the whiteboard information. You know, look, so I guess Dennis wasn't able to get the whiteboard information from our archive download, so he put it together. Check this out. People helping people, right? So pretty cool stuff. We've got, you know, people posting in here about their success using some of the products and things. But the biggest thing is people helping people in here. This is me getting in trouble in an airplane for being on my phone, doing a Facebook Live while we were taking off. And so, yeah, lots of opportunity here inside of the group. So you'll want to join this group. And by the way, I see that there's like 10 of you that want to join. I have to actually go in. Hey, what's up, Arturo? I thought you'd already be in here by now. I've got to actually go in and manually approve you like this. So it looks like we got a lot of people coming in. Ryan is in, Frosty is in, Cornelius is in, Claudio is in, Stanley is getting in, James is in. By the way, this is free, so I'm not announcing people that have won stuff. This is just free membership into our group. You definitely want to be a member of the group, because if you're not, then you're likely to get left behind on some things, which makes absolutely no sense whatsoever, right? So looks like Gwendolyn is getting in. What's up, Gwendolyn? Anthony Francis is getting in. Congratulations, you're approved. Let's see, Matt Hartman, Campbell's Soup fan, I can see. We'll let you in. John and Janet, you guys will be in. Marius, Chris, I can't even get to you, Janet. There we go. So Janet is in. So the group is a great place. The only thing about the group, we don't allow any negativity, right? So there's no negativity allowed. We don't get in there and yap at each other. We don't talk about negative things. We don't bring up politics and all that stuff. We focus solely on learning and education. That's it, or we get banned. Brent is in the group. Congratulations, Brent. So you want to make sure you're in the group, and the reason you want to get in the group is simply because, well, everybody's there. I guess I could say everybody's doing it. All right, so some of you are asking where to post to win. Right here. You want to post right here. We got 191 comments right now, 95 likes, and 26 shares. So it's right here. So we've got a pretty good opportunity here to win the cash prize tonight. You want to just go to my fan page. It's I'll pull it back up here real quick. It's go.dsc.com/Facebook. You just type that into your browser bar. Don't type it into Google. Type it into your actual browser bar. Where you would type google.com in, type this in. go.dsc.com/Facebook. And that will take you to my fan page to leave us a comment. And then obviously go.dsc.com/group will take you to the group so that you can join the Facebook group. And of course, I will have to approve you, which I'll do here in just a little bit. So I'm just going to go through here real fast. And as you can see, comments are coming in like crazy. We're up to 213. I'll be announcing the winner here. let's give it 2 minutes. 2 minutes. If you guys have any specific questions for me, feel free to put them in the chat box. Otherwise, I highly suggest you just be leaving comments. Obviously, it's always awesome to get a rating. If you think the Success Connection was great tonight, just leave me a rating between 1 and 10. 10 being great, a 1 meaning I suck, and I just suck. I don't know. I'm no good. Obviously, I'm hoping for more 10s than 1s. And make sure that you stay in tune, with the fan page and with the group throughout the week, because we spend a lot of time saying positive things on the fan page. We spend a lot of time. By the way, guys, find this post right here and leave a comment on this post right here that you see on the screen. It was posted 6 hours ago. So we definitely want to be able to always come back to the fan page throughout the week, not just on Thursday nights, but focus on it throughout the week, because I read it. So when I see questions, I answer them, whether it's in the group or on the fan page. So if you're posting in both places, it's a great opportunity to connect with each other, and then see the things that we're doing throughout the week, really, and the things that we have in store for you guys coming up towards the end of the week. So it's a good place to stay in touch with us. And of course, some of you are still commenting up here. This is what always happens. So we're up to 281. We'll wait till we get to 300 comments here, and then we're going to announce our $100 cash prize winner. Of course, for those of you that aren't aware of this, I actually give the prize away while I'm live. So I'm going to go on and open up my PayPal account here real quick so I can pay out the winner. Let's see. Log in. Got to log in first. So I'm waiting for these comments to pop up. Hopefully we hit 300, and then I'll be announcing our winner. And what I'm going to do right now is get my PayPal account ready to send you guys, whoever wins, some cash. And then make sure that next week you do not miss the Success Connection, because next week is when I will be giving away the free software. Like I said, I might bring our developer on and let him kind of talk through some of it with you as well. But the main thing is I'll show you where I pay him $5,000 for it, and I'm going to get it to you for free. So it'll be kind of an exciting time for you, and a good investment, I think, from me into helping you have more success. All right, so let's take a quick look. Let's look at the group here and see if we've got anybody else pending getting in on the group. Looks like we got 5 more people that want in. Walter, you're in. John, you're in. Phil, you're in. Mel, you're in. And James, you're in. So all of you have just gotten into the Facebook group. Is there anybody else in the on the webinar tonight that is not in the group that needs the link again? Just say yes in the chat box. Oh, wow, we definitely have killed this. So let me just go through here and set this up for our giveaway. All right, hold on. We're about to announce our cash prize winner. Got to load up all the comments. All right, we got all these comments loaded here. So we got lots of opportunity to win. Lots of opportunity to win the cash prize, which is always good. For those of you, I see a lot of you saying that you still need the link to the Facebook fan group, or I'm sorry, the Facebook group. You just go here, go.dsc.com/group, and then you just click. You click on the link. Okay, Michael says I should show you guys the link. You're probably right. So check it out. For those of you that are new, let me just show you real fast. 2 things you got to do. When you come to the Success Connection, there will be a button up here that says Join Now or Join. I don't have it because I own it. I already joined. You just click this button up here to join. So you can see we've got somebody else that's popping in. Cynthia and Kathy have now requested to join, so you are in. All right. Then also on the fan page, if you are not a fan already and have not liked the page, there's a button up here that'll say like. If you don't already like the fan page, there will be a button here. You can click like, and that'll allow you to like our page, and then it'll, anytime we post something, it'll show up in your news feed and so on and so forth, okay? And then, of course, the like button on our post is right here, right? So we've got lots of little things here, but we've got the like button here, the share button here, and the comments here. So here we go. Let me just load all these up, and we're going to announce our cash prize winner. Here we go. All right, so this is what I normally do. I just scroll through like this for fun. I kind of go all the way down and then back up and then all the way down and then back up. And I just don't even really much pay a lot of attention. Let's see. And I just kind of rock and roll through here like this. We'll come up a little higher. Then we'll go down, and we just kind of make things up as we go through because I like it right up chance. And I'm going to pick this person. Looks like Randy. So Randy, you won the $100 tonight. Randy, let's see if Randy's still here with us. Randy, if you're here, put your PayPal address in the chat box. It may take me a minute to see it. I didn't think about that. Not an ideal situation, but we'll wait and see if I can see it come through. The joys of GoToWebinar. Let's see. Hey Nick, can you see if Randy put his PayPal email address in the chat box for me? Can anybody hear me? Just say yes if you can hear me. I see some people saying congrats to Randy. Okay, all right, Randy, I got you. I guess Nick is watching basketball right now. Okay, so let me get Randy paid real quick since it took a while for me to be able to see it. So I'm going to PayPal Randy right now. Randy, you won the $100 cash prize tonight, so I'm going to go ahead and send you the $100. Everybody that's here, look, next week, we don't want to miss the Success Connection. We've got this awesome unveiling of the new tool. Let's see, webinar winner. All right, Randy, you should have your cash in about 1 minute here. That is if my internet cooperates, but you know, lately I feel like I'm on a mission to just get internet. All right, so we've got Randy paid. So Randy, you should have the cash. I'll just put on there you won, and feel free to reply to that and let everybody know I actually did pay you. Because I do like to make sure everybody knows that this is legit and it is real. So, listen everybody, I'm going to thank you for being here. Thank you for joining me tonight, spending an hour and a half with me. I hope you love the content. I hope you love the training. And I look forward to next week to having a completed software, being able to give you this software, give you access to our timer software that I truly think is going to help increase your click-through rates and get you better results, not only from your web pages, but also from your emails. So I'm truly excited about that. I want to thank you all for being here. Obviously, I hope you have a great weekend, have a safe weekend, and I look forward to seeing you all right back here next week, same place, same time, on the Success Connection. We'll get you a replay. We'll get you a copy of my notes here out probably in the next couple of hours. If you check in the morning, you'll have an email, and the links on Facebook will be updated so that you can watch this replay and download the notes. Have a great weekend, everybody. Come back next week, Thursday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the Success Connection. Take care. Sorry for the problems tonight. We'll have them fixed for you next week. Hopefully you still enjoyed everything. And we'll see you in the group.